Alright, this is the first week of Max Monsters Prep. This would be my third workout of the week. My week's a little off doing this on Friday morning. Usually I'm training athletes on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And so I usually just do this workout on Saturday, but it's winter break, so I'm had a little bit more free time, so my week's a little bit off. But it is going to make this workout weird because usually it's a workout that I do Saturday afternoon. Makes it a little bit more of an easier workout for me because I've been up for a little bit longer, being a little bit more calories. But wanted to get it over with so that I could have a really good lower body workout on my weekend and just fit into the week well. So hopefully this goes okay, but we're working it. So I'm calling this competition prep, and I'm being serious about it because this will be the first program I've followed in like over a year. I typically just follow the idea of a program. I like to just let the week ebb and flow, and I like to play with things a lot. Since I do a decent amount of programming for my own athletes that I train in person, my strongman athletes I train online, I'm doing a lot of programming, and so as a coach, I'm usually trying to play with things, and I have a good idea of like where I want to lead things, but in an attempt to try and make this prep go really well, because I have some good goals that I want to do with this prep. I said, nope, you're following a program. So I sat down and built out the first 8 weeks of this program that I'm going to be following. And so, like I said, it's the first time I've ever been like, you're following this in years. And so I'm pretty excited to do that. And give myself a little bit more structure, a little bit more accountability. I treated it like I was programming for one of my athletes, not just programming for myself, where I was maybe potentially skipping out on some things that I don't want to do. But still keeping in all the fun stuff today. I always love to start with snatches on upper body days. Gets the shoulders warm, feels good. All right, first set here. Starting out pretty light, 270. We're doing 3 sets of 2 today. Probably will move up a little bit based off of how these feel, but been in the 300s for several weeks on log, dropping back down a little bit. I did 270 for 8 last week on a power jerk. We're working on split jerk right now, so just 2 reps, trying to increase weight. It's gonna go up by 10. Did 270, felt solid. Go 280. See what we can do for a double. Now, listener at home, you may be thinking, Jake, you just did 270 for 8 last week. I saw it on your Instagram. I pay attention to what you're doing. And now you're only doing it 10 more pounds for 2? Yeah. That was like a complete max out, go all effort set. Right now I'm working on the split jerk. I power jerked 270 for 8, which I feel like I can do. But my competition that I'm doing in April has a max log. And I think I can get more out of I can lift more overhead with the split jerk, but it takes practice. And so that's why working it at a little smaller weights, trying to make sure my technique is as good as possible before moving on to some really big stuff. I mean, that's the hope, at least, you know. It's all we can do. I've had these crash pads for like a year. I was really hoping that they'd start to lose some bounce. They're dropping weights on them for a year. Not the case. They're just so bouncy. All right, last set. Staying at the same weight, 230, 280, and just attempting to clean it up, make it a little bit smoother. Like the pads made that second rep more difficult than it needed to be. And also, I was just a little chaotic in the press. You could see my elbows drop a little bit once I dropped into the catch. So that's why it's important to film yourself. You review it, watch it back, notice any tweaks, and that can, play into those weight decisions. I very much go by feel when I train. So, but with going with that, you can't just go, oh, it felt hard, I should stay there. Like, go watch the tape, see if it actually was hard, if it wasn't hard. Like, this wasn't bad. And I could probably go to like 290 or 295, but I'm 16 weeks out. Got to make sure that we are hitting good, solid reps the entire time. So technique's important. All right, done with split jerks. All I had left is some accessory stuff. Trying to keep today, at least this far out, not too crazy. It's hard. It's going to get hard intensity wise. So then the rest of the workout just kind of needs to be some volume, some stuff to just keep the muscle strong while beating it up with these heavy movements. So I'm gonna go knock those accessories out later today because I ran out of time this morning. Like I said, did it on a Friday instead of a Saturday. Yeah, with that, this vlog's over. See you guys next time.